for the MSc Mechanical Engineering course. You will see my email address on the slide there. So in case you need to contact me for anything, you should be able to email me on that address and we'll be happy to reply to you. So that's tsi3@gcu.ac.uk. Okay, so there are a few benefits that an MSc Mechanical Engineering course at Glasgow Caledonian University offers. One is that you're going to get a recognized UK master's degree, which has a great value all over the world. And if some of you are thinking about chartership, you will be glad to know that our course is fully AMECI accredited. So that's Institution of Mechanical Engineering. So once you pass this course, you will be able to satisfy the academic requirement for CEng. Okay, so if you want to be a chartered engineer. So our course offers two options. One is for the design stream and the other one is for the manufacture stream. So depending on your interest, you will be able to select one of these course streams. So if you pick the design option, then you will have the elective modules of Applied Thermofluids and CFD and Advanced Engineering Mechanics. Whereas if you select the manufacture course, then you will be able to choose the maintenance management and manufacturing management. Okay, so these are the two options that you will study depending on your chosen stream. And on this slide, you can see that there are 7 modules that are part of the taught MSc program. And the modules that I've highlighted in red there, so those are the modules for the design stream, whereas all the other modules that you see there, those are common for both streams. So professional practice, strategy innovation, energy audit, and energy asset management, sustainable materials and manufacturing processes, and advanced computer-aided engineering. So these are the core modules for our MSc program. So it doesn't matter which stream you choose, you will be studying all of these modules. So you will see that each of these modules are 15 credits each, and the advanced computer-aided engineering module is 30 credits. Okay, so what do those credits mean? So those are actually a measure of the effort that is required to pass the module. Okay, if we're saying a module is worth 15 credits, that means one module is 10 hours of effort. So that means the module will require 150 hours of effort. Okay, so you won't be spending all of that time in the classroom. So you will be attending some lectures, you will be attending some tutorials, practicals, group exercises, plus also there will be a lot of time that is allocated for independent learning and for your self-preparation as well. Once you've passed the taught part of the program, then you will be able to proceed to the project that will be at the end of the MSc program. Okay. You can see some of the modules. There are 4 modules that run in trimester A, and there are 3 modules that run in trimester B. Okay, and then once you finish all of these modules, you pass all of these modules, depending on when you finish your taught part of the program, you will be able to do your project module in the next trimester. Okay, so trimester A runs from September to December, and the trimester B that runs from January to April. Okay, at the end of the course, you will be getting a certificate which will mention your chosen stream. So for example, if you choose the mechanical engineering, the design stream, your certificate will have MSc in mechanical engineering bracket design. Whereas if you choose the manufacture stream, that will have manufacture in the brackets there, just next to the MSc degree. So that means it will show what is your specialization on your MSc certificate. So the total credits that you acquire during the MSc, so that is 180. So once you achieve the 180 credits, you achieve your MSc. Now, how are these modules assessed? So let's talk about that. So some of these modules will be assessed by exams, but all of these modules, they will have a coursework component. So you might ask me, what is a coursework? So coursework could be in the form of a written report, could be a technical report, a business report, depending on what module it is that you're attending. You can also have courseworks in the form of presentations as well. Okay. And then the exams will be in on-campus exams, where you will get some unseen questions in the exams, and you will be able to attempt them. Now, for any of these assessments, you will get 2 attempts. Okay, so if you don't pass at first attempt, that means if you pass at first attempt, that means you have cleared the module. If you do not, then you will have another attempt available, where you can use your second attempt. Okay, so you need to, if in case you haven't passed the first attempt, so you need to study hard for your second attempt so that you can pass the program. Okay, otherwise, if you don't pass the second attempt, you will be ineligible to continue on the program. So I would assume everybody who wants to join the course, they will be wanting to pass the course. So I will suggest that you work very hard. Okay. Right. So now there are 3 of the trimester A modules, both on the design and manufacture stream, that have an examination element. And they will also have a coursework element as well. The exams for these modules, they will be held in December. And then trimester B modules. Trimester B modules are common for both the design and manufacture stream, and they are assessed by coursework only. Okay, means you'll have to write some reports or presentations depending on what module you're attending. So once you pass the taught program, then you move on to the MSc project. That means you would have acquired 120 credits by that time. And then you will attend the 60 credit MSc project module, where you will be working on an individual project, okay, over a period of 3 months. Your project, it may be industrial based or not. It depends. Some of the projects, they will be advertised by the lecturers. The lecturers will be working with the people from industry. So time to time, we will have some projects that are coming directly from the industry, which means that you will be able to work with the company in that period of time, and you will be able to do your project from there with regular meetings between the company and the academic advisors. Okay. There will be other projects that will be advertised as well. Those will be coming from your lecturer's own research as well. But if you have a desire of working on a particular project and you don't find something similar to that, you're able to choose your own project as well. And then you will be able to find a supervisor who can supervise that. Okay, now, once you've finished your course, you will be interested in employment. Okay, so now the latest graduate outcome survey that shows that 91% of GCU graduates, they are in employment or further study 15 months after graduating, with 82% of them in highly skilled occupations, which are both of these percentages that you see here, they are both above the Scottish sector average. The kind of job roles that most of our students proceed to, they will be like mechanical engineer, mechanical design engineer, project engineer, manufacturing engineer, or project manager, and so on. Okay, so you can expect a salary of about around 30 to 50,000 pounds, but that of course depends on the job role, plus also your skills and previous experience as well. Okay, so depending on that, depending on your experience, you might be able to get some salary during this range, let's say, for starting. Okay, finally, I think I will talk about the support that is available to the students as well. So when you come to GCU to start your studies, there will be a program of induction that will be arranged by the university, which will inform you about the facilities that are available on university, the campus, the design of the campus, where you're going to find the rooms. So they'll try to get you familiar with your course and the university. Okay. Then we have got a library which has more than 500,000 books and ebooks, 350 PCs, and lots of online learning resources as well. Okay, so you will be able to benefit from them during your studies. You will have to access the library or the online resources when you're doing your research for your courseworks or your projects. So you will be making, I think everybody should be making good use of them. Then we have learning development centers. So this center helps the students with study skills that you're going to need for your program. If you're needing any support, you can approach them. They run regular academic support workshops that will support the academic writing for home and international students. So international students, they will be tailored to the experience of international students, as international students will have English as a second language or third language, right? So you'll get support based on that. They also provide ICT support as well, but they can also advise on study skills. If you're having difficulties on your course, you will be able to approach them, and they can help you with some tips, okay, on how to on your study skills. Okay, they arrange regular workshops, small group sessions, even one-to-one appointments as well, depending on your need. So when you start your course, you will be assigned a personal tutor that will be a member of the academic team. So those will be familiar with your program. So if you're needing any advice regarding your program, and if you want to talk to them regarding personal, academic, or professional skills, job search, you will be able to get some guidance from the personal tutors. Okay. There is a career service available as well, so they can give you more kind of guided approach for your job search as well. Okay. I would advise you get in touch with the career service as well once you start your course, because then you can just continuously work on improving your CV so that you're ready by the time you finish your course. We also have open access to IT facilities, where there are IT facilities that are available. We have got some labs that are available 24 hours. Okay, so otherwise there are labs that where you are going to use the design software, the CAD software, and for example, depending on your need, you might be doing finite element analysis or CFD. You will be able to remotely access those computers as well. Okay. Now, all the learning material that you will get, that will be provided to you over a online learning environment, which is called GCU Learn. So all of the modules, they will have all the teaching material, exam support material, that will all be available in there, which you are able to access anytime. There's a student life team who can advise you on the process of registration for your course, council tax, etc., non-academic queries. and they can provide you some support during your student life. The well-being team and disability support, they can provide you confidential advice. So you can, if you're having any problems, you can arrange an appointment with them, and they can offer you a friendly face and a listening ear. And a non-judgmental environment, and they can help you with that. If anybody has a disability, you might also be able to arrange for support available during your course. And if you're needing extra time based on your disability, you can also arrange it through them. Extra time for example, sitting exams. The course we will be inviting visiting lecturers or industrial experts who will be giving presentations, so that you can also get the industrial support as well. Okay, so you can get the experience from the industrial experts. That will be arranged regularly during your course. We've got an international student support team. They will be able to assist with any immigration matters. Okay, so if you're needing any help with student visa or a post-study work visa after your studies, you will be able to get support from them. And then finally, we also provide students to voice their concerns and provide their feedback on the course and the school or university. So therefore, we organize student staff meetings as partnership forums, staff-student partnership forum, where your student representative will be meeting the program leaders, and if there are any issues, you can discuss about them. Okay, and so that those can be resolved for the students. The student voice is also represented at higher level, such as program boards, school boards, senates, and standing committees as well. So we also have a GCU Student Association, where there are elected members from students who can advise you on any issues if you're struggling with anything. They also arrange extracurricular clubs as well, and also they support with cultural programs. They have several cultural societies if you would like to be part of that. So they will be open for that. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to present today. I've got my details there, and for the program coordinator, Mrs. Deborah Irwin, as well. So in case you have any questions later on after the webinar, you can contact us and you can get your queries answered. But you can also type your questions in the chat, which we will look at, which I will answer towards the end. And now I'm going to invite Chidera Eso to speak about how was his experience on his MSc course. So he's just a recent graduate from our MSc course. Over to you, Chidera.
Okay, thank you very much. Just be sure, am I clear? Is it clear from my end?
I can hear you okay, Chidera.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So hello everyone. Like Dr. Dharminder Singh said, I'm Chidera Eso, a recent graduate of mechanical engineering, and I'll just say it was lovely. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. It seems so ethereal here that I'm here giving this talk, whereas a couple years ago I was receiving this talk, all the way from my home country, and here I am giving back. So I'll just say in one word, the master's program I attended was spectacular. Yeah, from the lectures to the exams, the coursework, even the project. It was really nice, just to say that. Just 3 points I'll say about the mechanical engineering departments. The first thing is they're human and they're humane. That's all I have to say about the lecturers and the staff that handle this program. The thing is, they don't just act and do, they also listen. Yeah, they listen and look at the current situation on ground. Yeah, there are things they've been doing 10, 20 years ago, and if the students actually say that these things don't work for us anymore, like we don't feel these things move us forward, they're willing to actually listen and change the things here. Secondly, they're very accessible. The staff members, they're really accessible via email. If you email them, they will respond as soon as possible. And it's crazy. Sometimes you'd send an email in the evening and expect a response in the morning, and you'd still get an email email back that evening. Although I wouldn't advise anyone to disturb anyone in the evening. Yeah, but that's another thing. And then thirdly, like I said before, they listen and they implement. It's kind of like planting a tree. There were some issues during my program that we brought up. Yeah, we said these things weren't conducive for us. And just like planting a tree, they didn't implement it because we had already started. Yeah, but my surprise, the current people having the program right now, when I spoke with them, yeah, they actually implemented those things we complained about. They changed so it be more accessible, more easy to go through the program. And I'd like to compliment them on that. So they've got a heart of gold. So the program was quite smooth. We had the lectures, as Dr. Dharminder Singh said, we had the lectures first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. I believe the first issue is picking out your option. I chose the manufacturing option myself. And if you pick an option that suits you, that's your first goal to overcome. Yeah, and then I guess stick to it, give your all. Yeah, that was the same thing with myself and others that passed through the program. Like I always tell people, the master's program in mechanical engineering, it's not hard to pass, but it's very easy to fail or fall off because you have to stick to the requirements. Yeah, and the requirements will be provided. The course itself was, to my opinion, very accessible. We had the GCU Learn platform. That's where all the course material were provided. We had online classes where needed and physical classes, and the coursework as well, the Turnitin, the plagiarism checker, and whatnot. So these things made the course very smooth and easy to go through it. So just to mention a few things that are available, like Dr. Damin had already pointed out, there are lots of resources available. The LDC, that's the Learning Development Center that he mentioned. They give academic support and like cost of living accommodation. Yeah, the career center, that's one I'm using as well. Yeah, moving forward when you're trying to get employment. One thing I'd like to point out to show how progressive the school is that AI regulation. So whereas some other schools might ban the use of AI, GCU in a move to adapt, they've come with regulations regarding the use of AI. It's not completely banned as they see it as a tool, but it's not meant to be used to do your coursework, but it's actually meant to be used as a source of inspiration or learning per se. They will detect if your coursework has been done by AI, but it's not completely ruled out. You can use AI as a tool to achieve a certain outcome, which I'd like to commend that was implemented during my time in school. It wasn't always there, and it's a really beautiful thing to show how progressive the school is, always evolving, always adapting. And then, like he said, the fit to sit is like a silver bullet. Yeah, it's something that you don't want to use unless you absolutely have to use it. Yeah, and I advise you to watch out for it. Yeah, there are certain situations that you find yourself, unfortunately, and then it might come in handy. But regardless of that, you'd want to avoid using it as much as possible because it can be tricky. So they've got the advice center, and one thing I want to point out as well for the school is the payment plan is quite flexible. You could pay instrumentally or as suits you, as long as you pay before your graduation. Yeah, which is it's quite different from other schools. Yeah, it was not available in some other schools, and the fee itself is quite competitive. Yeah, you won't find a better price out there, price range for service. Just to point out some of the facilities available, yeah, we had the gym. So there's a gym in school. During my time, the gym cost £15. Yeah, which is a steal. But right now for students, the gym now costs it's now free. Well, personally, I feel cheated, but the gym is currently free, and that's if you want to keep fit, you want to try out the gym. Yeah, they've got the Faith and Belief Center for those that have a certain religion. So there's a center for you to come and actually practice your religion in the school provided, which is beautiful. They've got a standard library, and during the exam periods, the library is actually open 24/7 during the exam periods, I believe. Yeah, and they've got a lab that's open at night from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So if you want to study overnight in the school compound, there's a room available, a lab where you can actually study overnight, which is just a few of the amazing things here. So these things all coming together, the club activities, the cafeteria in the Jordan Hall building, even the student union reunion bar, the student union building, and all the resources available. I call GCU the gift that just keeps giving. Yeah, they're student led. They listen to the students and they evolve accordingly with the times and with the student requirements. So I hope I've been able to convince you here because personally, it was an amazing. If I had a chance to do it over again, I'd still choose GCU and no regrets. And with everything together, I was able to graduate with a distinction, with the guidance of all the lecturers and the staff available. So it's a school where if you actually put in the work, you'll see the results. And like I said before, the lecturers and the staff, they're quite humane in the sense that they look at things from a human angle. If you find yourself in a bind or an unfortunate situation, yeah, they will actually take time to look at the circumstance. Yeah, I've had myself personally and some of my course mates at the time. Yeah, some of us were in serious binds, yeah, and then they looked at the case accordingly as long as you can provide like evidence that your situation is so because you can't take advantage of it, but and as long as you have a track record of excellence, yeah, they see that the student isn't like the students who want to just slack off. Yeah, you've actually put in the effort. You're willing to actually look at your situation with a keen eye, and that's the beautiful thing about it. It's not robotic. It's more humane, more so. So I don't want to say at this point. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing all of you in GCU. You won't regret it. That I'll say for sure. As long as you put in the work and you actually commit time to studying and not get carried away, you will actually see the results. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Daminda.
Thanks very much, Chidera, for sharing your experience.
Thank you, Chidera, and thank you, Dharminder. I would just like to check if there's no questions outstanding in the chat box from our audience. So I'd just like to thank you both for presenting today and to thank everybody for attending. I hope everybody's found it as interesting as I did. If anybody has any questions that they think of later on, please do email those in to us. You can get in contact with our student inquiries team at inquiries@gcu.ac.uk. And as Dr. Dharminder Singh says, his email address is also available on screen. It's dsi3@gcu.ac.uk for anything that is more academic related. So if we don't have any further questions for our panel, I think we can end the webinar here.
Okay.